Why doing nothing can improve your life. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. In today's world, doing nothing almost feels like a mistake. From the moment we wake up, we are surrounded by reminders to stay busy. Work harder, be more productive, achieve more goals. Use every minute wisely. Our days are often filled with endless tasks, notifications, messages, and responsibilities. If we are not working, we feel like we should be learning something. If we are not learning, we feel like we should be improving ourselves. And if we are simply sitting quietly, doing nothing, many of us begin to feel guilty. But what if doing nothing is not a waste of time? What if those quiet moments of stillness are actually one of the most important things our minds and bodies need? In reality, doing nothing can be surprisingly powerful. It can restore our energy, improve our creativity, calm our emotions, and help us understand ourselves better. Let us explore why sometimes the best thing we can do for our lives is absolutely nothing. Modern life moves very fast. Technology has made communication instant. Information travels across the world in seconds. Messages arrive on our phones every few minutes. Social media, news updates, and online entertainment are constantly competing for our attention. Because of this, many people feel pressure to always stay active and productive. Even our free time often becomes busy. We watch videos while checking our phones. We answer messages while eating. We scroll through social media before sleeping. Our minds rarely experience true silence. But the human brain was never designed to operate endlessly without rest. Just like our bodies need sleep after physical activity, our minds also need moments of quiet recovery. Doing nothing allows that recovery to happen. Rest is not laziness. One of the biggest misunderstandings about rest is the belief that it equals laziness. Many people think that if they stop working or stop being productive, they are wasting time. But rest is not the opposite of productivity. Rest is part of productivity. Imagine a runner training for a marathon. If the runner trains every single day without resting, their body will eventually become exhausted. Muscles need time to recover and rebuild. Without rest, performance becomes weaker, not stronger. The same is true for the mind. Our mental energy needs time to recharge. Doing nothing gives the brain a chance to reset. Instead of being lazy, rest can actually make us more effective when we return to our work. The power of mental space. When we constantly fill every moment with activity, our minds become crowded. Thoughts compete for attention. Ideas appear and disappear quickly. But when we allow ourselves to sit quietly without distractions, something interesting happens. Our minds begin to slow down. Thoughts settle like dust in a quiet room. And in that calm space, deeper thinking becomes possible. Many creative ideas appear when people are not actively trying to solve a problem. This is why people often have sudden insights while walking, showering, or resting. Scientists call this process the brain's default mode. When the mind is not focused on a specific task, it begins connecting ideas in new and surprising ways. In other words, doing nothing can help our brains become more creative. Creativity needs silence. Many artists, writers, and thinkers understand the importance of quiet moments. Creativity rarely appears when the mind is overwhelmed. It grows in calm environments where thoughts have room to breathe. Imagine trying to hear a soft melody in a room full of loud music. The noise would make it impossible. Creative ideas are similar. They are often quiet and subtle. They need silence to be heard. When we allow ourselves to do nothing for a while, we give our imagination space to wander. And sometimes, that wandering leads to beautiful discoveries. Emotional balance. Doing nothing can also improve our emotional health. When life becomes too busy, we often ignore our feelings. We move quickly from one task to another without stopping to process our emotions. But emotions do not disappear simply because we ignore them. They remain inside us. And over time, unprocessed emotions can create stress, anxiety, and exhaustion. Quiet moments allow us to reconnect with our inner world. When we sit calmly without distractions, we begin to notice what we truly feel. Maybe we realize that we are tired. Maybe we recognize a hidden worry. Maybe we remember something that made us happy earlier in the day. These small moments of awareness help us understand ourselves better. And understanding ourselves is the first step toward emotional balance. The gift of presence. Another benefit of doing nothing is the opportunity to experience the present moment. Modern life often pulls our attention in many directions. We think about the future. We worry about deadlines. We remember past mistakes. But rarely do we simply notice the moment we are currently living. Doing nothing allows us to slow down and observe the present. We may notice the sound of birds outside, the feeling of sunlight on our skin, the rhythm of our breathing. These simple experiences may seem ordinary, but they can bring a sense of calm and appreciation. When we pay attention to the present moment, life feels richer and more meaningful. Nature understands rest. If we look at nature, we can see that rest is a natural part of every living system. Day turns into night. Summer turns into winter. Animals rest after activity. Even trees experience quiet seasons when growth slows down. Nature does not rush endlessly. It moves in cycles of activity and recovery. Humans are part of nature too, but modern life sometimes encourages us to ignore these natural rhythms. We work long hours. We stay awake late at night. We push ourselves constantly. When we allow ourselves to pause and do nothing, we reconnect with a more natural rhythm of life. The clarity that comes from stillness. Stillness can bring clarity. When life becomes busy and complicated, it is easy to lose perspective. Problems begin to feel larger than they really are. Decisions become confusing. But when we step back and allow ourselves time to do nothing, our minds slowly organize themselves. Thoughts become clearer. Solutions appear more naturally. Many people report that their best decisions were made after taking time away from stress and activity. Sometimes the mind simply needs space to find the right answer. Learning to be comfortable with silence. For many people, silence feels uncomfortable. We are so used to constant noise that quiet moments feel strange. But learning to sit comfortably with silence can be very powerful. Silence allows us to observe our thoughts without distraction. It teaches patience. It encourages reflection. Over time, silence can become a peaceful space where we reconnect with ourselves. Instead of fearing quiet moments, we can learn to appreciate them. Doing nothing as a daily practice. Doing nothing does not require special skills or complicated techniques. It simply requires intention. You can start with a few minutes each day. Sit somewhere comfortable, put away your phone, close your eyes, or look quietly at the world around you. Let your thoughts come and go naturally. You do not need to control them. You do not need to achieve anything. Just allow yourself to exist in that moment. These small pauses can slowly change the way you experience life. Your mind may feel calmer. Your thoughts may become clearer. Your energy may return. Balance in a busy world. Of course, doing nothing does not mean abandoning responsibility. Work, learning, and effort are important parts of life. But balance is essential. Just as activity is necessary for growth, rest is necessary for recovery. Without balance, both work and rest lose their value. When we combine focused effort with quiet moments of doing nothing, we create a healthier rhythm for our lives, a rhythm that supports both productivity and peace. Conclusion. In a world that constantly encourages us to do more, achieve more, and move faster, choosing to do nothing can feel unusual. But sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is simply pause. Doing nothing allows our minds to rest. It opens space for creativity. It helps us process emotions. It reconnects us with the present moment. And it reminds us that life is not only about constant action. Sometimes growth happens in stillness. Sometimes clarity appears in silence. And sometimes the most meaningful moments in life arrive when we stop trying to control everything and simply allow ourselves to be. So the next time you feel overwhelmed by the noise and speed of the world, try something different. Take a quiet moment. Put away the distractions. Sit in stillness. And remember that doing nothing is not a waste of time. It may be one of the most valuable things you can do for your life. Thank you for spending this calm moment with me. If you enjoyed this episode and would like more slow conversations about life, culture, and ideas that help us think a little deeper, consider subscribing to the channel. And until the next episode, take care of your mind, your time, and the quiet moments in between.